We see tendencies of authoritarian rule coming back. That, by nature, very often questions the rights that people have. The whole human rights agenda is a little bit shaky when leaders in the world question the human rights universality. And then there is a very strong focus on security, maybe for good reasons. Every government has to protect its citizens. But in the balance of trying to do that, sometimes we see that the law enforcement element of that argument becomes so strong that you violate the integrity and the protection of individuals. We can use our leverage for countries that want to trade with us or want visa facilitation with us, etc. So the EU actually sits on some very formidable instruments that can help us push to make sure that human rights violations no longer take place, and torture being one of them. But we've gone beyond that because we've also worked quite a lot on making sure that on trade, that there is a ban on tools and products that are inherently used for torture. So this whole notion of a torture-free trade is something that we are starting at home to implement, and we're also looking at to bring this to the international as a global prohibition. This is work in progress, but that's another example of the kind of initiatives that we're taking. I just came back this morning from a big conference, the Dublin platform. So I had a full day just interacting with individual human rights defenders, many of them carrying the scars of torture or ill treatment. First of all, what they represent is the facts. They have the antennas, they're on the ground in a way that maybe we cannot always be. So their testimonies are extremely important for bringing the facts to us. And then we can use those facts and confront the governments or the repressive regimes or the security forces around the world with those stories. No one is going to be proud of having tortured anyone. It's a shame. So there's going to be a lot of hiding and trying to deny. If we have the facts, then it's very difficult to deny, and that's the area where we need to operate as well. So I think the new areas where we also need to look at is cyber area, where you see a lot of harassment, and although torture is perceived as a very physical instrument, I think we also need to see what kind of abuse new technologies may lead to. I think we need to constantly adapt and be vigilant about the new arenas where protection of human rights becomes more urgent.